Hello everyone, my name is Gekwant and today I will present my Assessment 3 project on ethical leadership in digital transformation focusing on 7 and I Holdings and its 7Connect platforms. My aim is to reflect on the implementation challenges, ethical tensions and leadership lessons I gained through this journey. I began by recognizing that 7 and I Holding face 3 interconnected barriers. First, technology and data integration gaps. POS, CRM and the 7 Nows apps were operating in silos, preventing AI-driven personalizations. Compared to competitors like Lawson, customer engagement was lagging. Lawson's own digital transformation strategy explicitly ties smartphone, POS, and cashierless stores to solving labor shortage, showing how serious competitors are about scaling digital transformation rather than treating it as a side project. Second, organizational and cultural barriers, an aging workforce, silo functions, and resistance from franchisees' slow adoption. Third, ethical and regulatory pressures. Japan's APPI and Europe's GDPR created strict compliance demands, while customers expected inclusivity, especially elderly and rural groups. These were not just technical issues. They were legitimacy risks that could erode trust with customer and stakeholder if not addressed holistically. From my analysis, 3 ethical tensions stood out. Efficiencies versus inclusivity, ensuring digital tools support not only technology-savvy users but also vulnerable groups. Family Marks, for instance, pair its FamiPay apps with universal design so even seniors could use it easily, provide that inclusivity can be built into digital adoption. Privacy versus value creation, balancing data-driven personalizations with strict protection of consent. Centralization versus franchise autonomy, providing standardization while respecting franchisee independence. We also see external lesson. In China, Meituan's once popular community groups buying collapse as instant delivery replaced it, leaving many small retailer and community leaders stranded. This shows what happened when digital models fail to consider long-term stakeholder impacts. As McKinsey's 4 Fights suggests, I had to fight for prioritizations, resources, talent, and culture simultaneously. This showed me that ethical leadership means managing this tension with transparency, inclusivity, and accountability. To address these challenges, I combine 3 leadership frameworks. Quarter 8 step change model gave me a structured roadmap from creating urgency by showing Nanako's decline to building a guiding coalitions that included franchisees, not just corporate staff. System leadership helped me see complexity differently. Integrating CRM and POS was not just technical, but also an opportunity to design inclusively for elderly and rural customers. Ethical leadership kept privacy, ESG, and fairness non-negotiable. As Tim Cook reminds us, ethical leadership is the foundation of trust, and that became my compass. Practically, I mapped quarter steps to measurable KPIs, using a balanced scorecard, adoption rates, trust index, and ethics audit compliance. For example, pilot adoption above 90% drove short-term momentum, while achieving an more than 80% trust index safeguarded long-term legitimacy. Amazon showed us the benchmark here. Its success lies in ecosystem integration, linking e-commerce, cloud, logistics, and loyalty. So for Lawson and 7 and I, the solution is not just to deploy digital transformation tools, but to integrate them into a seamless system that scales. This project reshaped how I view leadership in digital disruption. I realized that technical fixes alone are insufficient. CRM integration might boost efficiency, but without addressing the digital divide, the system would fail socially. I learned to see tension not as trade-offs, but as opportunities. System leadership showed me that inclusivity and efficiency can actually reinforce one another. I also confronted resistance. Older staff feel losing relevance and franchises, worry about costs by applying quarters, early steps, creating urgency, building coalitions, and generating visible wins through pilot testing. I was able to show that change management is as much about empathy and communication as it is about analytics and KPIs. As Isaacson observed about Steve Jobs, leadership requires a balancing innovations with values. That balance between speed and legitimacy became my guiding principle throughout this journey. In conclusion, leading 7Connect has shown me that digital transformation succeeds only when technology, culture, and ethics align. The key lesson I take forward is this: transformation is not just about what we implement, but also how we execute it and why stakeholders will trust it. Thank you.